7Artisans make some really nice cine lenses, and I reviewed most of them, like the Spectrum and Vision series, and today I'm glad to review a new cine lens from a new budget-friendly set, from 7Artisans, the Hope series. These cine lenses look amazing. This video is about the 15mm T2.1. I reviewed the 16mm T2.1 and you can find the link to that video at the end of this one. I used the Fujifilm X-T5 to record the footage in the video, and the footage is from Oviedo, Spain, where Vicky Cristina Barcelona was partially filmed. My name is Andrei Dima, I'm a professional travel photographer and video maker, so for more interesting reviews, subscribe. Now let's take a look at some footage. The lenses come in silver, titanium and this matte black, with orange markings that are beautifully engraved. Usually I don't like big signs on lenses, but on cine lenses it fits quite nicely. This way you can see them better in your case or bag. The metal cap, where you can also find the lens info. Very useful when you need someone else to get the lens for you. The lens cap is metal and fits the lens very well. Not my favorite style of lens cap, but so far it stayed on pretty well over the 77mm filter thread on this lens and the others. All lenses have 77mm filter threads. Also, the iris and focus rings are placed in the same location, so it is going to be very easy to switch lenses on your setup. The 50mm has 10 diaphragm blades. The optical structure is 9 elements in 7 groups. It weighs 705 grams and the minimum focus distance is 60 centimeters, but more on this later. As I said, the overall build quality is very good. It feels and looks like a premium product, just like the Vision series did. The paint looks amazing, especially with that orange on the side and near the rings. Yes, the rings are nice as well, deep gears making the use of any follow focus system easy, and they turn nice and smoothly. I think they have the perfect balance for handheld use and with a follow focus system, and they don't make any loud funny noises when you reach the end. The great news is that the iris ring is harder to turn than the focus one. A nice feature on these lenses is that they have focus measurements for both meters and feet. The mount is metal and there is no rubber gasket. These lenses are still budget cine lenses. Let's start with a really good thing, vignetting. Some lenses wide open suffer from vignetting. The good news is that this 50mm T2.1 Hope Prime doesn't, or it is barely noticeable. I know some people like a bit of vignetting and that can be added in post. Focus breathing, again a very good performance on the 50mm is unnoticeable. If there is some, it is hard to notice. Also, focusing with these lenses manually is a joy, and it is going to be easy even for beginners. Just look at this footage here, easy manual focusing because the ring turns 260 degrees. Flares are very well controlled, you see some, but there is almost no loss in contrast, which for me is very important because I like flares in my footage, but I don't like the loss in contrast, and this was shot wide open. If you stop down, things get even better. Chromatic aberrations are very well controlled, better than on the 16mm, the same with Loca, a good performance for a budget cine lens. Most fall apart in this category. Now, image quality. First I'm going to review these lenses on their own, and after that I'm going to make a video about how they go together as a set in terms of image quality. So far from my testing I haven't seen any big differences. Maybe one lens is slightly warmer than the others, but that is it. Okay, so the 50mm image quality is superb starting from T2.1. It is sharp with great contrast across the frame without being clinically sharp. It is one of the best 50mm Cine lenses I've tested so far. The contrast of this lens is just perfect wide open, better than the one on the 16mm, and that was very good. The colors look good, no noticeable color shift, and if you stop the lens down, there is not a big boost in sharpness and contrast because it looks so damn good from T2.1. Minimum focus distance, as I said, is 60 cm, not the best, but the image quality is great starting from T2.1, as you can see here. The transition from in focus to out of focus is nice and smooth, and the bokeh looks very good, in my opinion. A nice thing is that 7Artisans released the whole set for purchase, with some great prices and availability for multiple mounts from Fujifilm X to Sony E, Canon RFS and Micro Four Thirds. One thing I want to say here is that the 16mm for the Canon mount does not support filters. I don't know the reason, but I wanted to mention this. 7Artisans did send me these lenses to review and give you my honest opinion about them. Overall, a great Cine lens from 7Artisans, great build quality, nice thought out features like dual measurements, focus and focal on the lens cap, and the contrast wide open is quite impressive for a budget Cine lens. So far, this is my favorite of the set. So I would highly recommend the 50mm if you can get over the minimum focus distance. Stay tuned to the channel because I will release more reviews of Hope Primes soon. If this video was helpful, like, subscribe and use the links in the description to support the channel at no extra cost to you. See you next time.